just telling all myself, man. Damn. Just go for it like that.
Lie in it. A number of Republican-led states are trying to imitate Texas now, and they're trying to pass their own laws that will make it where local law enforcement will have the ability to enforce immigration laws and that they can start deporting people at the state level. Now, the only thing I have to say to this is, about time. Of course, we're talking about the white right here, so they're not doing it to do black people any favors, but by the same token, it's not hurting black people, so it is what it is. As far as our support for things like this goes, we don't actually have to get out there and go rah-rah for it. Merely the fact that black people are not out here opposing it, that sends more than a potent message about where it is that we stand on this issue, and you know what? We have a right to. As black people, we are a swing vote in this country, and we need to start acting like it. We need to start being political mercenaries. But as I said a long time ago, people don't understand what that means unless there's an or else behind your political demands. You need to do what we say or else. The orange man could find himself back in the White House. You need to do right by black people or else you could find that the fascist takeover of America becomes a reality instead of just a bunch of empty rhetoric by MSNBC. Show people what it means to not have our support, because there's certainly no substitute for it. That's how you make yourself indispensable. Over the years, I've often said that if you liked, just say yes to everything. Or rather say yes to everyone. People will like you, or rather they'll pretend to like you while they use you for a doormat. You'll certainly not have to worry about them being unhappy with you, but on the other hand, if you want to be respected, you better start learning to say no. It's only when people have to think before they deal with you that you're actually getting respect. If people can just take you for granted, they don't respect you at all. And where the black population of the United States is concerned, we've let the white media spend all this time programming us with the idea that, well, black people are the quote-unquote conscience of the nation, more or less. But what that means is we are a suffering conscience who makes sure to speak up for everyone except for ourselves. And as a result, everybody gets to use us as doormats, and that's not okay. Because in the final analysis, black people cannot simply be the voice of everybody else. We have to speak for ourselves. And we do have interests that are separate and distinct from everybody else. No matter what the white media may try to say, immigration has not been a boon to the black population of the United States. In fact, it's been most detrimental, not merely in economic terms, though that's certainly been bad enough, but also because a disproportionate number of individuals who come from these foreign countries practice a culture of anti-black racism in their home countries, and then they bring it here to the United States. That's the reason why there's a whole lot of folks on the white left and the white right who like the idea of bringing in a whole lot of foreign-born people, precisely because they know the cultures that are being brought in are going to dovetail nicely with white supremacy. And that's exactly what's happened. I'll be the first one to tell you, I'm not about to hear anybody from south of the border claim that immigration is a racial issue. The hell it is. These people, whenever they get to the United States, they will, on their driver's licenses, on employment applications, school applications, on the census forms, they will identify as white. And since that's the case, we're going to hold them to it. Immigration is not a racial issue. It's a cultural issue. So that being the case, race has nothing to do with it. Not because I say so, but because the very people who have come here, legally and not, they have said so. A lot of people thought that it was cute to play footsie with white supremacy. A lot of people thought to themselves that it was some sort of victimless crime to go ahead and try to have a toe in both camps. Oh, we're going to identify as being white when it suits us, but we'll be people of color when the white supremacists are slapping us around. You can't have it both ways. So if the Republicans decide that they're going to be pursuing this particular policy, it has nothing to do with us. And it's okay for us to say that. We're not saying to vote for the GOP. I'm damn sure not. But what I am saying is that we will support these other groups the exact same way that they have supported us. You cannot empower white supremacy and to repeat all of its lines and to attack the black community and then turn around and complain when that same white supremacist machine decides that it's going to grind you up. You can't fuel the machine that destroys you and then turn around and say, hey, aren't we all in this together? No, we are not. Now, you have a lot of black folks, on the other hand, who want us to put on the cape and can't understand why it is that you've got more and more black people, especially young black people, who are looking and going, you know what? This isn't our fight. You got a lot of bootlicks, many of whom are tethers, who run around constantly comparing illegal aliens to the civil rights movement. They like to lend their melanin to that, but many of them it's because of the fact that they were either foreign born themselves or they're first generation at most. It's time to push back against that phony narrative. Enforcing immigration law, that's like the civil rights movement, if anything, because it demands that the basic laws be upheld and, more importantly, that the laws apply to everyone. Again, the white right is not doing this to do us any favors, but we have to also be realistic about the fact that if a policy is not harming us, what the hell do we look like jumping out there and saying, oh, we're opposed to it? Everybody sticks up for what is in their specific interest. And if it happens to be harming black people, well, into every life a little rain must fall seems to be the position that others have. So as far as I'm concerned, we should go and do likewise. And if anyone wants to try to claim that, well, it's wrong if black people simply sit on the sidelines while this is happening, well, if it's wrong for black people to stand back or to even cheer on these kind of measures that other people say are somehow disadvantaging them, then it's also wrong when other groups do that where black people are concerned. When other people try to call themselves reaching for our history as a shield to hide behind, we have to make sure to swat their hands away. Everyone's going to have to stand on their own from now on. As white supremacy becomes more and more concerned about its primacy, we're going to be seeing more efforts like this to try to reinforce and retrench its position. Now, as I said in the past, especially about racist Ron DeSantis and his own lunk-headed attempts to enforce immigration law at the local level in Florida, if I actually thought that these guys on the white right were deadly serious as far as making prisons and as far as actually putting real resources behind it, then I would look and say, you know what, maybe this could be a going concern. But right now, it seems more like this legislation is just message legislation. It's meant to get them some quickie headlines in the white media, some spots on Fox News so they can say, look, we're doing something. It'll certainly, quote unquote, drive the libs crazy. But I'm curious as to whether or not it's going to result in anything substantive. Unless these red states are actually willing to devote the necessary resources to it, and that's going to mean raising taxes, by the way, which they have no problem doing if it means tax cuts for their billionaire buddies. But unless they're willing to put more money into more agents, more prisons, and more transports so that the illegal aliens can be repatriated, then what they're actually doing is nothing more than PR stunts, and PR stunts are nothing to be proud of. But as far as I'm concerned, we're entering an era of clarity. As white supremacy is finding itself being put under increased pressure, it's also forcing them to go ahead and put aside the pretenses. They're letting the mask slip. Oh, forget about letting the mask slip. They're just ripping the mask off and saying, here we are. And a lot of folks who thought to themselves that they were being slick, they're finding out that no, what happened was you jumped right into the belly of the beast. This is a time of clarity. And if it goes ahead and verifies and confirms what black people have been saying all along, then that is a good thing. A lot of folks who think that just because they come from a culture of anti-black racism, that somehow that makes them white supremacists. In the eyes of the white supremacists, they are officially white. No, they're finding out that's not the case at all. What a lot of people are finding out now is what the black media has been saying for many years. White supremacy has no permanent plans for any of its tools. And we're not just talking about the black ones either. Good day, and be one. I'd like to take a moment to mention some of our contributors: Kevin Riley, Keith Baker, G. Mars, AAP.
he already knows that triggers me to tell how much I get paid. Why do you keep asking me how much I get paid an hour? Yeah, how much do they pay you an hour? And you have no. I don't like to tell that. I really don't care because when I think about it, it's never enough. And it makes me feel like whatever. But you at least you know it's over. It's double digits. It's more than $20 an hour. Okay, it's overtime. It's more than $20 an hour. I don't understand, man. But I'm not trying to say or do anything to cause division between me and Cal. But I think he does shit on purpose. I really do. Damn, man. Somebody telling you, yo, this is what makes me mad. When you do this and you don't listen, dude, I'm not down for that crazy shit. Oh man, I'm at the fucking yeah. What? I might just throw that video away. It ain't no big deal to me. It's just the stalkers, you know. They don't never listen to the substance. All they do is try to fucking find out a way to how to spy on you and track you down and look at you like you're crazy. They're weird, man. You try to show them love in these streets, and they just weird as fuck. Just weird. But we know that it exists in life. Weird fucking people exist in life. Tomorrow, just with bag. Bag, yeah. All this shit don't mean nothing. These pants. I really am not. I'm definitely not a uniform wearer. Oh God, I don't know why they gave me this shit. Oh God, this is like a motherfucking food. Hey y'all, what we got here? Charging on too. It's still, yeah, put me in this monkey suit just to make a little bit extra money. I grabbed upon a different assignment and I'm changing clothes. Got me going somewhere, I don't know the fuck. I'm just doing shit just to get money. It's free money and nobody wants to do it, and I'll do it. God said, God did it. You know what I mean? I mean, whatever. See me out here in these streets getting the paper. So when one door closed, I mean, I already got it. Like I said, I'm gonna just keep grinding. I'm gonna keep grinding. I don't owe y'all nothing. I'm just keep getting my money, and that's all I can do. I'll never. If I pop these allergy meds, I won't have the sniffling and shit. But I don't want that shit in my body. Over a period of time, I mean, it only works 4 hours, and then you gotta do another one. Over a period of time, that cannot be good. Something ain't right about that. But it is what it is. We in a trap for life. Oh man, y'all hear me moaning and groaning. That should be taken out in the gym. Exercise, and lick, put liquids in my body like water in the morning and shit like that. Just warming this machine up. Oh boy, I'll be over here in a minute. You sneaky old creeps. So I can ready to go the fuck on and do what I gotta do. I gotta be on the other side of town before 8. New assignment starting today. Somebody else's water. Gotta find out. Let me find out. Oh, I hate meeting other people. That whole shit, I'm getting ready to get put right back into another system. Why do I even do this to myself, man? I try to go out my way and I ask for something and they keep giving it to you. It's like they're ignorant. Like you tell somebody you want something, okay, man, that's enough. No, we got this for you. Alright, cool. They trying to run me into a trap. If I'm not interested, I'm just telling you, man, I'm not interested in that, bro. No, that right there ain't gonna work for me. Last thing I like doing is working for women, or rather with women. They too detail oriented. They focused on the wrong shit. Their little wicked ways, their sensitivity, but they want to act like as though they're on the same level with you. They're competing. They're just using their. I just don't like working with women at all. Some people are afraid to say that. I have no problem with saying that. I just don't like it. It's very annoying. That's the only word I can use because they try to be nice and everything they're doing is with the intention of evil or evil intent. Communicating with you, using their beauty, the way in which they deal with you, they're going to instantly try to put you in a category too. They either will label it or speak upon it. And size you up to see what they can get out of you. And then if there's nothing left there or you're not trying to tap into it and turn you into the enemy. I don't even want to fuck with it. I don't care about the smells and the dislikes and likes they have. Once I hear them even begin to try to control me, I'm like, man, I'm out. I'm like, you know what? You can just be my enemy. Fuck that. I'm just like, yeah, stay away from me. Then they go back and talk negative shit about you. And people believe them. All they gotta do is say one word. I don't give a fuck what word it is. I'm not gonna give it to y'all, but just one word of anything. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm uncomfortable. He seems like he's not in tune. I don't think he's comfortable around me. Something's going on wrong. That's all they gotta do is say one word. And that sets the tone for how people think about you working with that person. Like I said, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I wish you would have never told me that. I really wish I knew how to say no. I think that's the most powerful word in the world. But I at least try to give things a chance, especially knowing that I'm trying to work it out where I get paid. I try to give things a chance. Now, this traveling back and forth like this is not bothersome to me because I would be doing it using the gig apps anyways. I'm just traveling on the other side of town just to sit still for a period of time and then come back to the trap, which this is my entire new trap. And that's all. It's nothing big. All it is, again, is people utilizing my time, which I don't take for granted. But if I start seeing a mentality or a way in which I'm feeling like very uncomfortable, telephone will be utilized and I'm gone. It's not going to work. Nah, just try somebody else. No, it's not going to work. Let's stop it right now. It's not going to work. And that's all. If there's a problem with it, we can stop it all together. Like I did with that other company. We can stop this shit all together. That's the beauty of having your own business. I mean, chasing Andrew Jackson, who's on TV, on YouTube, he's a prime example. He got 3 big rigs, and he has his own authority. At any given time, he can lock in or look on the load board and get his own shit. Get in his own shit and go do what he wants. And if you're stacking your paper, it might cost $1,000 to get a month up under you somewhere else till you get reacclimated and go for it. But the greatest thing about this, you don't have to drop the ball as long as you have gig apps. I don't have to deal with the politics. Fuck the coffee in the morning. Fuck that communication where you just like talking to me talking. This is my space, and that's your space over there. Go. You tell me what to do, I'm going to do it. I can't tell other people and other human beings how to act. I'm only going to act accordingly. You want all that jigabooing and smiling and dancing and customer service and that friendly person and get along, you got the wrong one. I can do it for a period of time, but then I gotta really be me. And that's how it goes down. That's my spill on that. I hope y'all understand. Here I go again. They trying to drag me in the system. Because most people don't want to do it. They're like, man, we got 2 years Now it's going on 3 or even 4 of an epidemic. Uh, that fucking virus that was running in the air to cause people to learn how to, people with ways to learn how to survive and work from home and start their own business and do other stuff. So they're like, fuck that, I'll never jump back in the system again. But the system makes you lazy. It really does. It really makes you lazy. Well, I wanted y'all to hear some. That man that was speaking earlier, his name is Professor Black Truth. You can find him on YouTube. He's down with the black media. He normally does lectures that I like. It's like gravy, home cooked food, comfort food for the mind. Very, very smart man. And right up front, he does this shit every day in masterful way. Lectures like that come so easy to him. It touches upon everything I want to hear. We still got Tariq Nasheed, Jason Black, Roland Martin, Dr. Watkins, Dr. Claude Anderson, and Vicky Dillard. Casino for Life and the Star Report. A couple other people I listen to. So those right there for you nosy motherfucker, Inspector Gadget ass bitch made hoes out there. There you go. Those are my resources. And I got a couple more, but I don't listen to them every day, so. But just about that core right there, I listen to every day. Couple food channels, I watch them every day. And some van dwellers, some gig users, and some competitive eaters. That's about the level. Oh, boxing. I got about 5 to 7 different people I look at when it comes to boxing. Mainly with the LBC 78 Sports, Fanon, True Boxing, Blue Blood, Fight Hype sometimes, T Street Controversy, and I truly believe that's about it. There's a couple clowns that deal with boxing. But other than that, I'm basic, up and down. Ain't nothing really. I'm a flat-footed boxer. How about that? Ain't no slick fighter in me. I'm just huffing and puffing, trying to be tough when tough enough so I don't have to use these firearms that they give to me or I have of my own that I have to utilize if necessary. That's just about where I'm at with it. Other than that, I don't need to tell you everything. Do your own homework and do your background check on me like the bitches do. And you perverted ass homosexuals. That's what you are. You want to see what my asshole smells like. That's what you want. You want to see how big my loins are. You want to touch me and grasp me and be around me. From the sound of my voice. But I got a Cash App, $, I am your God too, that you can contribute to But you don't want to. You want to do like these retarded ass niggas do that I can't stand. How is that you can communicate with some fucking body and they keep repeating the same shit you say? Or they want you to speak and then when they talk to you, debate. And if you don't want to debate, they get angry. What the fuck is all that about? I got a nigga in Louisiana that does that. Every time I talk to him, he learns from my conversation, throws my words back in my face, the same communication I do with him, and then commandeers it because he got his old lady around him, wanting to make her think he's smart when she knows it's not him. And then expect me to sit there and talk with him as though he's on my level. Nah, nigga, I just said all that to you, and will not concede to that understanding. I just said that. I said, you know that in between the conversation, there's a sender and a receiver. I just sent all my information. You received it, processed it, and filtered it out, was saying the exact thing back to me like a parrot. But you contributed nothing to the conversation. And you claimed it as though it was yours. It was like two comedians sitting together and one's throwing out idea and the other one's stealing the ideas and patching it up and utilizing it and testing it out. And then you say, yo, I just told you, me and you just sat here and brainstormed it, but I gave that to you. Now you're using my material. Yeah, but I'm not using it just like you. I'm trying it out as well. At least you're being honest, but you're a fucking liar. I will never work with you again. And that's how the problems start. And that's the same thing with any man who is not a learning man, who is nothing but a bullshit person that thinks they know. They're dumb. They're fucking dumb, and they don't have it like I have it right away. But see how I humble myself? This is how I humble myself with what I have. There are people out here that are way fucking smarter than me. Way smarter than me. And that's how I know I need to humble myself at all times. And I get touched by like shutting down and listening. You're dealing with somebody smarter than you should just listen. Because you could just suck up and absorb so much instead of wasting your time on earth trying to make them think that that you have something to say and you want to be respected. You'll be respected, but hold on, because God's blessing you, and then you get to hear what they talk, how they think and learn from them. It's gonna rain today. It's real windy. It's 20% early, but it's gonna get pretty bad here and there. So we gotta be prepared for that. Again, I'm walking into a situation where I'm going to give them the best that I have to a certain extent and leave it alone. I hate that I have to get out my vehicle. I really do. I like to be in my vehicle. Sit there and smile at the white hand of supremacy and be a buck, eyes wide open, mind on and mouth and words to the best of my ability to show a consistent way of making sure people respect you and being prepared for these fucking jokes that these white folks tell all day long. And then taking that shit home with you. Or while you're riding your car, the building up of listening to all them noises in your head from all those, I wish I could have, would have said what I wanted to say. That shit sucks all day long. Causes you to want to have some instant outlet. I like to be by myself. I don't have none of that happening. And that brain, that being alone, you don't have to tolerate that or be around it. What did you just say? You don't have to say, please don't talk about things like that. No, I'm not interested. No, thank you. Oh, yes, how you doing? Oh, good morning. Hello, goodbye. Yeah, of course. Over there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Helping people all day long. And it's never a sense of real gratitude. Of You never feel like, I mean, it's just, y'all don't hear me though. It's the Trap God. Do what you want with this shit.